Hello there. Following Britain's exit from the EU, London and Brussels are now apparently close to resolving one of the several outstanding issues. Brexit had reactivated the age-old dispute over the British exclave on the Spanish peninsula, to which Spain also claims. An agreement on the future status should now be within reach. Negotiations on Gibraltar's post-Brexit relationship with the EU are taking place at two levels, between London and Brussels and London and Spain. An agreement with Spain is a prerequisite for a deal between the UK and the EU. Spain's Foreign Minister José Manuel Albares said on Wednesday evening that Madrid and London had agreed to try to make progress as quickly as possible in order to resolve the differences regarding visa-free travel for residents of Gibraltar and Spain, and thus in the Schengen area, to overcome the situation. An agreement in this area is particularly important for the approximately 35,000 residents, because many of them commute to work in Spain every day. Spain is ready for an agreement, said Albares at a joint press conference in Madrid with his British counterpart James Cleverly after a meeting between the two arranged at short notice. Fabian Picardo, Gibraltar's chief minister, roughly comparable to a head of government, was there via video link. The most recent deliberations focused on a detailed proposal by the EU Commission to remove the border fence and relocate customs checks to Gibraltar's port and airport. The fence has been the cause of many arguments in the past. According to Spain, such a move would make it responsible for controlling Gibraltar's external borders. The small rocky outcrop, although of strategic importance due to its location on the north side of the Strait of Gibraltar, has been under the sovereignty of London since 1704, following the War of the Spanish Succession. Gibraltar was officially ceded by Spain in the Treaty of Utrecht in 1713, but has been claimed by Spain ever since. Albares then stressed that an agreement was now closer than before the meeting. And they are making progress at a good pace. Just before the press conference, Albares happened to be caught on a TV camera telling Cleverly, "We've got it. We've made it." Cleverly also spoke of a tremendous progress. However, there's still disagreement on some points. He expressed his belief that it would be possible to conclude a treaty that respected Britain's and Spain's positions on Gibraltar's sovereignty. "We fully support efforts to reach an agreement as soon as possible," said Cleverly. At the same time, negotiations are being held in Brussels to define post-Brexit relations between Great Britain and the EU with regard to Gibraltar. The negotiations, which started in 2020, have been hampered by the COVID pandemic, the Ukraine war, and the two changes at 10 Downing Street. Both sides are interested in a conclusion to the negotiations. Next year, there will be several local elections in Spain, which, depending on the outcome, could make an agreement more difficult. In polls, gains are forecast for the Conservative People's Party and the right-wing party Vox. Both called for the border to Gibraltar to be closed, and Madrid will take over the EU Council presidency in the second half of 2023 and would like to tick off this topic beforehand. However, it's still unclear whether and how quickly an agreement will be reached. Picardo was optimistic, but did not rule out further delays or even failure. "We cannot expect 300 years of dispute to suddenly disappear," he said. Brexit had raised fears that a new hard border could emerge between Gibraltar and the EU. But just hours before Britain left the EU on January 1st in 2021, negotiators reached a framework agreement under which Gibraltar would benefit from the rules of the Schengen area. The details of the agreement have yet to be finalized. The British exclave in southern Spain, which is just under 7 square kilometers in size, is completely dependent on imports to supply its 35,000 inhabitants. The agreement was of crucial importance in order not to complicate the movement of goods with new customs procedures. And there you see again, Brexit is a gift that keeps on giving. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.